Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Daryl, this is Brandon. Welcome to Backyard Gun Bros. Today we're going to be talking about some single action revolvers here. We each have a Heritage Rough Rider 22 LR. Yours has a little bit different. We'll get into that, which are really fun. We each got these for roughly about $100. The shorter one here is mine. The longer barrel one is my brother Brandon's here. We bought these a few years back just for like nostalgia's sake. We both grew up with kind of watching different westerns and stuff like that, and it just kind of came into the fact like, oh, you know, you see them in the movies. I've always kind of wanted my own single action, and so I bought it, and then shortly thereafter Brandon bought his. And what's really neat about these is they're like a nice heavy gun. Like, they're well put together, especially for the price point of around $100. I think they retail for anywhere from $100 to maybe about $150. They're not.
They can get up to $200. It just depends on what features you get, what grips, what materials.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So these are, like we said, a single action. So you do have to cock it every time. What is neat is it does have a block, a safety block, so you can be safe with these. You don't need to Cowboy load it, which is neat. Does have the side load and extraction.
You do have to go to half cock to load it.
Yep. You got to half cock it there. But what is neat is, you know, so you got that single action feel to it. And like I said, this has some nice oomph to it. Like, this doesn't feel like a cheap knockoff or anything like that. The sight aperture, you know, it's your old school, tried and true sight to them. We've shot many different rounds through it, so we've shot some CCI, some different type of Winchester. Shoots really well. And Brandon, why don't you go ahead and get into what one of the cool factors is about yours?
So mine actually comes with a second cylinder. This is actually the 22 long rifle cylinder. In it is a 22 Win Mag cylinder. So this actually can shoot 22 Win Mag. So I think that's probably the coolest factor, and the reason that I picked this gun up was that dual functionality. Because, yeah, I can go plink around, but if I want a little bit more oomph when I shoot, not by much, load in that 22 Win Mag. That 22 Win Mag also correlates to the story that we've told in the 22 overview of taking this gun out at 100 yards and just, hey, I can hit the target from here. No, you can't. Hits on the first shot and then none of the subsequent shots. So, yeah, you can shoot out to 100 yards with that 22 Win Mag. Maybe if you practice a little bit more, maybe some consistency, but just for that little bit of a fun story to have.
Yeah, no, they're neat, fun guns to have out at the range. I would not suggest them being a practical carry gun or anything of the sort. This is just kind of a very affordable, neat thing to have in your collection, guys. Like I said, we each paid about $100 a piece for ours through some local vendors, and I can't say I have any complaints about it. Cleaning on them can be a little bit of a pain. You do got to completely remove the cylinder, you know, get that carbon buildup off of them and things like that. But like I said, it's a nice make. It's got some solid weight to it. Does come with that nice safety feature, which in some single actions you don't see. You know, it functions very well. You know, the decocking process is nice and easy on it. And I wish that I could have kind of a bad thing about it, but I don't. Like, this is something that we have a lot of fun with. And a lot of times we do pack taking to the range with us just to kind of get that, you know, oh, I'm a cowboy thing, which, you know, every dorky kid out there, I'm sure, has always wanted to be a cowboy at some point.
And going back to that cylinder, like taking the cylinders apart, yours can too. The cylinder is actually not that difficult to take out. There's this little push button right here. So you push that through and you just pull this pin, and then the cylinder rolls out the side of your load gate. So you can just switch out those cylinders even at the range. Slides right in. Push the pin back through, push your pin in, clicks in, and there you go.
Just like that. So yeah, we would recommend, you know, if you like that idea of having something fun at the range, that you can just be like, hey guys, you know, you want to test this out and have a good time, This is always something fun. I've had a lot of guys that I've gone out to the range and be like, hey, you want to play Cowboy real quick? You pull this out, and everybody wants to kind of just, at least shoot like a quick 6 through it or something like that and have a fun time. So it's always a fun thing. I remember when I bought it and some close friends were like, oh, why'd you get that for? But I'll tell you what, anytime I invite those guys out to the range with me, they automatically say, hey, are you bringing that little 6-shooter out? So, like I said, for the price point of $100, Brandon, I don't think you can, even at 125, 150, if you're going with kind of the bare ones like we got here. Like I said, there are multiple different grips out there that you could order for it if you wanted to kind of upgrade it, make it yours. And I do believe Heritage does make, higher calipers as well. It's just this 22 seems to be kind of the bread and butter of this company.
Also, many different barrel lengths. You can get all the way down to, I think it's 1 to 2 inch barrel, all the way up to 16 inch.
Yes, that is true. They do have a variety of different looks and add-ons and barrel lengths for them. So they are really kind of cool. All right, guys, like we were saying here earlier, so we do have that single action. And what is neat is we'll half cock it here. We do have that block safety here. So, this gun is safe to, not fire. So you don't have to cowboy load it. We do have a side load here. Just like that. You do got to half cock it. We'll get a nice little spin here. And then you do have your cylinder release here. That's how you would unload it. And you can hear that it's got that nice smooth action every time. That kind of that nostalgic feel to it. And just like that, 22 LR, nice hefty weight, fits the hand comfortably.
So just the same as the other 22 Daryl's there. Same, that nice crisp action that you can hear every time. Block safety. So you can put that up and you don't have to worry about it going off when you're loading it. Half cock, that side with the little ejector. And then to try to demonstrate quickly, see if I can do this without blocking you guys. So you push this little pin in, pull this front release out, and then it will come out the side with the load gate. And just roll it out like that. Other one, we'll put the same one back in, but it goes in, kind of clicks in. You can put that back. Big thing is making sure that the cylinder doesn't move when you do this. Push that pin back in, loading lever, and it's ready to go again.
Like I said, that Colt single action clone, that you can kind of have that in your collection without having to spend, Colt type of money. So, and if you guys kind of have, if you have your own little single actions, please tell us about them in the comment section. That'd be really cool to hear about, because it's just neat to hear about different people's experiences. And don't be afraid. If there's something that's been kind of itching at you, kind of look around your local vendors and ask about the Heritage Rough Rider. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have them, and they'd be really neat. And while you're in that comment section, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe and notification bell, and check out our shop down there. You can get yourself a hat, get yourself a t-shirt, something like that, and support the channel that way. That'd be great. Anything else to add, Brandon?
Nope, other than the Patreon page is also down there if you want to support us another way. All Patreons get early access to our content a week early for all of our video releases, as well as behind the scenes access to any of the fun little bloopers that we have sometimes.
Well, that'll do it for today, guys. Remember, I'm Daryl, this is Brandon. We're Backyard Gun Bros, and we'll catch you next time.